Hey there, thinkers, and welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is Est, and today I want to touch on a trigger warning that was left on Blazing Saddles. So if you can't handle it, this is your warning to not be so triggered and chill out. So let's get into it, shall we? Conservative actor James Woods keeps on ending up being one of the only exceptional great ones remaining left in Hollywood. Something that I absolutely adore about him is his searing deposition. In the same way as everyone else, he's very wary of the rubbish that keeps on occurring in our society, and he has no regrets on getting in on it, which is what I greatly appreciate about him. Well, he is not here to play. He just got to the first limit of his rope on this whole woke issue in a totally significant manner. A couple days prior, we saw one more indication of all this woke BS that keeps on occurring. HBO Max, presently called Max, added this totally stupid trigger warning to Blazing Saddles. On the off chance that you have no idea what Blazing Saddles is, it's a flat-out classic of a film. It's clever, with a great deal of spicy stuff in it that you could never find in a film made today. At the end of the day, it goes against all this woke bullshit. Cancel culture has wiped entire films off the grid. Old sitcom episodes, and coax programmers to caution watchers about chosen stories. We are seeing this occurrence in an ever-increasing extent, where every one of these woke elites are proceeding to attempt to obliterate everything they can't deal with mentally. At this rate, that's going to be nothing. At this moment, they're beginning with straightforward things that are simple for them to say. Similar to, oh, this movie is racist, get rid of it, destroy it, to this film is bigoted. However, we'll reach a place where they will have complete control over everything. Every story out there, if we let them. Different movies have had problematic scenes cut out for viewer protection. This has all happened with barely any protests from Hollywood. This pattern should lead to an expression that ought to send chills up the spine of any self-regarding artist. They couldn't make that today, yet one film has remained untouched from cancel culture in spite of being both silly and solid. As it were, it's an ideal illustration of a film's woke crybabies who couldn't imagine anything better than to delete it. Yet, couldn't because of the film's fanbase for Blazing Saddles. James Woods isn't playing at all with regards to this. He owns crybaby nitwits for being afraid of Blazing Saddles, in an absolute perfect post on the 50th anniversary of Mel Brooks' masterpiece. On the off chance to utilize one of the streaming services, this scolding bonehead comes on to diminish the film by ranting to you about race. Yada yada yada. That's how good this movie is. It scares the wokazoids. It's a great film. On the off chance that you haven't seen it, I highly suggest it. What's more is that they chose to add this totally irritable trigger warning to it. Stuart from Turner Classic Movies gives you this whole talk similar to a 3-minute lecture about this film, explaining to you why you shouldn't genuinely care for this film and how it's terrible in light of the multitude of controversies and problematic things it supposedly has in it. Also, obviously, assuming that you are accomplishing something that is pissing off the woke, you're probably doing something right. I'm pretty sure we can all sort of settle on that, am I right? They're afraid of individuals could see that it's alright to have a giggle. We as a whole realize that the left can't have any of that. We even see them attempting to annihilate comedy. Isn't that a bit out of control nowadays? That's precisely what's going on here. They're only happy when the rest of us are miserable and angry as they are, so they strive to keep us there. People are just annoyed, and individuals like me are finished with this woke nonsense. People have had enough. People are sick and tired of seeing people like this come on screen to lecture us about what we ought to or shouldn't watch. Particularly odd is that this movie is about the most anti-racist movie I can imagine. It was amazing for its time and arguably still is. Mel Brooks makes fun of all racial groups out there, and in this manner shows them for the lunatics they truly are. Thus, with that being said, let me know your opinion on this in the comments below. Do you agree with what James Woods says here? He's had enough. I've had enough, and I'm certain you have too. If you've made it this far, hit that subscribe button, tap that like button, and ring the notification bell to be notified for our next video. As always, this is Est, signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!